Our series, Changing the Game, highlights extraordinary women breaking barriers. For Black History Month, we're featuring Black-founded businesses. So think about this, 2016, Christina Funke Tegbe launched the skincare brand. It's called 54 Thrones. Inspired by her Nigerian heritage, the brand says it features plant-based organic ingredients ethically sourced from Africa. We're very happy to say Christina Funke Tegbe is a badass. She joins us in the studio. We have to say congratulations. You're in Sephora and other big-name stores,
Wow.
so bravo to you. But let's get your backstory quickly. 2015, you're working as a healthcare consultant. You quit your job, a Houston, Texas girl, and you say, I'm going to Africa. Why? What were you looking for? Why'd you do it?
I needed to learn more about myself. I'm Nigerian American, first generation. But at that time, I didn't really have that connection. And so I quit my job. I had this calling to go home. And I just booked a flight, cashed out my 401k, and started traveling all around Africa.
Your dad's Nigerian, so what were you looking for? You
You
didn't know your Nigerian side of the family, right?
I hadn't met my grandmother until I was late in my 20s.
Wow, okay.
You know, and I didn't meet a lot of my aunts and uncles until then, too. And so I knew that there was a connection, and I felt it. Like, I felt like I need to go to Nigeria and learn more about the culture, learn more about myself. And so I didn't have a choice. I knew I had to quit. I knew I had to do this.
And what did you see there that made you think, I'm going to start a beauty business?
So first of all, I grew up in beauty. My mother and her 8 sisters all were cosmetologists. I grew up in the hair salon, so beauty was always a big part of my life. And so when I was in Nigeria, I saw women making shea butter, selling black soap, and I just thought that was so interesting. And then from there, I started traveling to Ghana, Uganda, Morocco, Egypt, and every place I went, I would see women making argan oil or jojoba oil, and I just was like, I have to get involved with this.
Where does the name 54 Thrones come from?
So 54 Thrones honors the 54 countries of Africa.
Okay.
So you're in Sephora, you're in Nordstrom's, you got a website that's popular, and yet you say that one of the challenges you still face is building brand awareness.
Absolutely.
Has appearing on CBS Mornings changed all that? I mean, tell us about that challenge.
Yeah, but, as a new brand, the biggest challenge is getting people to actually know about your brand. You can have an amazing product, be an amazing founder, but if no one knows about you, that's all that you have. It's just that. And so opportunities like this are incredible. We run Oprah's Favorite Things also, and that really helps people find out about the brand. So brand awareness is the biggest challenge. But, more opportunities like this will get us out in front.
So what is a brand exactly? Skincare, moisturizer, what is it exactly?
So it's body care. We
care.
make body creams, body oils, body lotions, body butters, soaps, body washes.
And I've heard you
body.
say trade, not aid. What does that mean?
So important. So when I first started traveling around Africa, I would see women, in Ghana making shea butter, in Morocco making argan oil, and I would always say, how can I help y'all? And they would say, we don't need help, do business with us.
Ooh.
So, I made that our ethos from the very beginning, trade, not aid. Africa does not need charity, it needs fair business. Africa has the natural resources, the talent, the craftsmanship, so it's not our role to help, but to do business on equal footing. We've worked with talented artisans, cooperatives, suppliers, and we pay them fairly for their expertise. So it's not about giving, it's about valuing.
Got it. What was it like meeting your grandmother at 27?
It was an incredible,
fascinated by that.
An incredible moment. It felt like she knew me already. So that was a really important occurrence in my life that really shaped me and knowing what my purpose was.
What advice do you give to entrepreneurs out there, whether you're young or you're going to quit your job and start over?
Quit your job without a plan, Nate.
Right,
You didn't know how this was going to turn out.
I didn't. I did not know. I just knew that if I didn't bet on myself, I would always regret it. I would never forgive myself. And I saw other people doing it, so I was like, I'll figure this out. And that's what I did. I bet on myself. Advice for entrepreneurs, I would say to don't ask for advice or look for advice from someone who hasn't been where you're trying to go.
Ooh.
I think when you're starting off, you're always asking, and you know what I mean? You're asking the wrong questions to the wrong people. So I would say that, stay really laser focused on what you're trying to achieve, and just know that every brand you see is a hardworking founder that's not getting any sleep. Behind that.
We appreciate you, Christina Funke Tegbe. Thank you so much. We
Thank you.
appreciate you. Check out the brand. Make sure you do it, 54 Thrones.